and welcome to My Life on a Budget. It's been a while since I've updated. This week was just crazy at work. I ended up working 6 days in a row all week long, and it's just been rough. So, unfortunately though, we had our first visit from Murphy. For those of you who don't know, Murphy's the guy who says anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And we had a dental bill that we were planning on having the insurance pay for. Well, the insurance isn't going to pay for it. So, that's a $1,200 bill that we're going to have to be paying this week. Or this month, actually. It's not due this week, thank goodness. That's, a bill we really weren't planning on having to pay. Unfortunately, so we do have some good news though. After redoing our budget and putting it on the forums, we are part of the Total Money Makeover forums online, and after getting some help from the people on the forums and finding ways to tighten up our budget and looking at it again, we were able to find all of the money this month to be able to finance that bill that we weren't expecting. It is a 3-pay month for us, so that's why we had so much extra money. Unfortunately, we were hoping that money could go towards another car snowflake, having another big snowflake for our car payment, which obviously it's not going to be able to do now, which is sad. But at first I was really bummed about it. I was like, God, we're just starting off. Couldn't we get a little bit of a break, for crying out loud, people? But I decided that wasn't the right way to look at it. That's just being down, and that's not what this whole thing is about. This whole thing is to change our lives for the better. So I chose to find things that we could consider wins. Win number 1, we were able to make a deal with the dental people, and just in case we couldn't find the money to fully pay for the bill, we set up a payment plan. So we wouldn't be delinquent on anything, we wouldn't have anything bad happening, and we would eventually be able to get it paid off. So that's win number 1. Win number 2 is that we did find the money to pay it off. So our payment was supposed to come out on the 20th of the month, and instead we're going to call them on Monday and see if we can change it to the 30th and just be able to pay the entire thing off. I think if we tell them that we can pay the entire bill all at once, they'll be willing to change it to the 30th instead of the 20th. What's another 10 days to wait for a little bit of money when you can get all the money, right? The other thing for a win is that we're not going to have to dip into our emergency fund for this. It's all going to be paid for from money coming in this month. So that's a huge thing, right? We've just started out. We have our little baby emergency fund, and now we're not going to have to dip into it so early. I consider that a win. Win number 4. We're still going to have a little bit of money left over for a tiny snowflake to our car. Hopefully, we base our budget on our minimum paychecks, which is working only 40 hours a week. We rarely ever do that, so we normally have a little bit more money. So we're going to have even more money, hopefully, to send off towards a little snowflake for our car payment, which will be great. So on top of the entire Murphy payment, we're going to have a little snowflake. That's another big win, because even a couple of dollars, anything and everything will help. So there's 4 wins right there that we have this month. And the month is just starting. So that is where we are at. We have, things to be thankful for. We have the money to be able to pay for this. We don't have to dip into our emergency fund. We're still going to have a small payment or snowflake for our car. And you know what? All of these budget tightening things that we did this month to be able to make this work and everything, we'll be able to keep doing for months to come. And so that's going to give us even more money in later months to be able to put towards our car and other payments and things. So it's going to be good. You know, it is what it is. It's a little bit of a downer that we had this happen so early in our journey and that things are going exactly as planned. We probably won't have the car paid off by September now like we had hoped, but we are going to keep on keeping on, and we are going to find a way to just make this work and roll with the punches, right? Murphy came a knocking, and we're paying our dues. So, you know, give this video a thumbs up if you like being able to pay off Murphy without dipping into the emergency fund. Don't forget to subscribe. Any advice, questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comments below. And have a good weekend, everybody. Thanks for watching My Life on a Budget.